Oh yeah, I'm doing.
Perfect. Are we on? Lovely.
Yep.
So, here we go, folks. Here's your lovely new caravan. My name's Owen. I'll be your demonstrator for the day. We'll start on the externals of the caravan. I'll talk you through all the features externally. Then we'll jump inside. I'll talk about all the features inside, and then I'll just finish off on the Swift Command. If you've got any questions at any point, please feel free just to stop and ask away. The main aim of this hour is I'm not going to make you an expert in using it, but I want to give you enough of the basic knowledge so you can go out and start enjoying yourselves in it, and the more time you spend in it, the more you'll grow to use all the systems and everything. Yeah. So as I said, it's a bit like getting a new mobile phone. I'm going to teach you how to send a text message and make a phone call today. Even though the caravan does a lot more, we want to just show you the basics, and the rest I'll say you'll pick up as you go along.
Right.
Okay, so on the very front, obviously it's similar to your old one, but just slightly different the way it's made. So the front one is your good old stabiliser hitch. So grease-free, paint-free tow ball. Perfect, lovely. So the cleaner your tow ball, the better your stabiliser works for you. Then obviously underneath, we've got your main hitch, your red breakaway cable, handbrake is as easy as, handbrake off, handbrake on. Simple as that. Obviously jockey wheel, wind up and down, raise and lower on the side, and you have got the lovely manoeuvring handle as well on there. 13 pin for your lights and your electrics. And then ATC. Now, have you had ATC on a van before? So what the ATC is, an automated stability aid for the caravan. What it's got is like motion sensors built into it. So if you're getting a bit of a snake on, what the caravan will do is automatically apply its brakes to stabilise it for you. So all you'll feel in the car is the caravan tugging away behind you, and she's just levelling herself for you. Okay. Now, when we plug this in, which will make more sense when I put it onto the car for you, it does a brake test, so you hear it putting the brakes on and off. And then it's got a colour sequence in there. It always starts off with the red light, and then it either goes to green flashing or green solid. A green solid light means it's set, you're good to go. Green flashing means the test isn't quite finished yet. So leave it a few minutes, or just pull it down the road, stop, go out, have a look. Once you've seen a solid green light, you're good to go. Okay. But I'll talk about red lights. Don't be alarmed or anything by this, but if you're ever plugging it in and you've got a constant red light that's not clearing, first thing to try is just unplug it from the car, leave it a few seconds, plug it back in there. If you've tried that a couple of times but you've still got a red light, next thing is leave the electric on but uncouple it, just see if you can rock your van. If you can rock the van, it means the brakes are locked on, it means you are good to tow, just means your ATC is still working. But then on the other hand, if you uncouple it off the car, can't move it anywhere, brakes are locked on, it's a definite no tow. But as I say, please don't be alarmed by that, because in my 2 years I've never come across anyone. So it's only just in case you're the 1 in a million person that ever has any problem.
Probably stands a chance.
No, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Touch some wood, touch some wood. So that's about it for the front end here. So you happy everything on there? Yeah. Perfect. So moving into the front now, in your gas locker. Now these are your lovely pigtails that come with the van. So this is a limited special edition sort of feature on this van. Doesn't come with any other models. What these things with these safety pipes and the safety system here, it means you can run along with your gas on. So if you want to operate the fridge on gas or run your heating on gas while you're going down the road, you're perfectly fine with these pipes. It's got 2 security features. One is the gas release here. So when you turn your bottle on, you have to press this button to send the gas along the pipe. When it comes to the system here, there's like a crash sensor here. So what this means, if you get into any difficulties on the road, it will shut the gas off. So it's just a similar concept that they put in motorhomes, but they fitted it in the Celeste for you. So what it is with these two, if you've got 2 bottles, have the 2 attached. If you're only running off 1 bottle, ignore the 1 and just put the 1 pipe on. So have you got gas with you today? Or is the gas?
No. It's a separate. I've got the blue bottles, not the new ones. Will it still work on the blue?
It will, but I'll have to get you different pigtails is the only thing, because these are obviously designed to run on propane, not butane.
The red ones, the
blue bottles. Yeah. So it's up to you. If you want to change over to...
No, I've got the 2 bottles. If they'll fit in the locker, surely, yeah.
Yeah. The main thing is these pipes won't work. That's the only thing you see.
You'd have to have different pipes.
Yeah, I'll get different pipes for you.
So do you want different pipes then to use the blue bottles?
Well, yes, I'll have to, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'll get them and fit them on. So don't worry too much about them. I'll just put them away, put them somewhere safe in your garage or something. Obviously, when you come to sell the van in 20 years' time or whatever. Yeah, you've got these. So for yourselves then.
All the information's there.
For yourself, it will just literally be gas on and off directly on your bottle. Is it the connector that clips on the top, or is it a screw on?
No.
The clip on. Yeah, perfect. So I will fit you a new pigtail in there so you can attach your bottles. The only thing, when you switch your gas on, you may have to just hold that green button down for a few seconds. That's the crash sensor. Now, they are quite temperamental, so imagine if you hit a pothole or something down the road, it may have triggered that. So if you're switching your gas on, you're not getting anything through the cooker, best thing to do is just come out here, just hold that down for a few seconds and it sort of resets the system for you. Okay. And then inside the front here, we've got your Alco wheel lock. That's inside there for you. Then we've also got your mains water pipe, your electric cable, your wheel brace and your leg winder inside there for you. Okay. Happy with everything here?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Right, we'll mosey on round the side. And if we get ahead of these lot, we won't crash in the middle. So, have you had an Aldi heating system before?
We have got a some there, yes.
Yeah?
Truma ours wasn't it? Truma.
Yeah, this is the central heating system and your hot water boiler. It's all integrated in one unit. And this is just the flue for it. So it'll run on gas, electric, or gas and electric at the same time. There's no cover or anything to remove. The vent just sits there and does its job. Only things to watch is obviously don't lean anything up against the spin of the van. There's obviously a lot of heat's exchanged out the back of it when it's in full order. And then your front legs are obviously both on the front end of the caravan. Okay, so next one down, your water inlet. Obviously you've got a mains lead there, but you also comes with the water pipe for your Acheron as well. So all it is squeeze the trigger, gentle wiggle, off she comes, and there's just a particle filter on the end. So all you do is drop it into your Acheron and clip it on. That's it. Simple as that.
Right.
Okay. So next one down, leisure battery. This is obviously my demonstration battery. Have you got a battery in your other van?
No.
No?
I took it off.
Have you got one at home then?
I'm triple, yeah.
Perfect. Are you alright to place the battery in when you get home?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. And then obviously next door we've got your 240, your mains hookup, and then just below is an external TV or an external satellite feed. So if you've got satellite or TV feed on the post on the site you're staying, on the site you're staying on, put my teeth in, you can just run the cable from the post to here, and then I'll show you where it comes out inside the van
Put
for
my
you.
arm in that one, which is under the
Oh yeah,
shower floor.
no, you've got one there for you. So no need for any of that. And all it does, it just pushes
Is that where
back
the
inside
aerial
the
will
hole
go
there.
then?
What?
The aerial.
Yeah.
This is for an external.
That's the one.
If you want,
You've got an onboard TV aerial already in the van, but then you've also, this is for an external.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, for example, I'd love to stay up there, the Rekins are TV mast, so you don't even need to put your TV up. But in deepest, darkest Wales, there is some places you can't even get a TV signal, radio signal, anything. So some sites will have their own TV mast as such, so you can plug into their system,
Oh, right.
put it into there. All it does, it stops you having to put a cable through the window.
yeah.
Is that type dish as well, or is it just area?
Satellite or aerial.
Yeah.
Yeah. All it is, you can get a screw connector that goes over the top and turns it into a TV aerial, and then the other thing is unscrew it, and then there's your satellite lead behind it.
Right.
Okay.
I'm glad I've got the camera because I ain't got a clue what you're on about.
So next one down, fridge vents. Now I have currently got your fridge running on gas, so a lot more heat comes out the end here because it's just where the gas burners are. Other than that, heat's exchanged through the back. It's no different than the fridges at home. All it is you don't walk around the back of your
Yeah,
fridge.
it's got the same on the other
Yeah,
one.
perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. So, keep coming down, obviously where my black bucket is your grey waste outlets.
Yeah.
That's obviously your kitchen sink and your bathroom sink and your shower.
Yeah, it's in the same place as
Yeah,
ours.
perfect. Have you had a flush tank before?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're happy, pink liquid, water inside.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then below, obviously the business end, with your lovely fend angles.
Oh yes, we've got wheels.
Yes. Do you know what that means?
Yes, I don't have to carry it.
Yeah, well I was going to say you can empty it as well.
I always do it anyway.
But the main, are you having a night at Love to Stay tonight?
No, doing it Tuesday.
Oh, perfect,
Oh,
perfect.
well, I'll come down, and if I have got problems, then you're across the way.
Perfect, perfect. All it is, up on Love to Stay, we've got on-site drainage. When we say on-site drainage, we mean for everything. Front drain for your grey waste, the back drain for your toilet. But you need to use the green chemical inside here rather than the blue. All the differences between green and blue, the green's biodegradable, so you can stick it down the drain. If you use the blue liquid, there is still an Alton point in the back of the dog wash.
Right.
Now, if you get, I don't know what the site like where you're putting it. If they've got the drainage there, I'd get the green bottle. But if they haven't,
No, it's Elson.
what you can do just for one night up at Love to Stays, we've got a lovely vending machine by the toilets. Stick your cassette in, it empties it, cleans it out, and recharges it back with green liquid, and it'll cost you £2. So what it means, at the end of your tester night, you can literally just take this out, lift the drain up and empty it on your pitch where you stand. So no trudging across the side with it.
Right, well, I'll go with that.
But other than that, you have...
Somebody on side who comes
Yeah, oh, Leo, Joe, Steve, and I can't remember Steve's wife's name, but the wardens up there are absolutely fantastic. So yeah, they're just as friendly as us down here, put it that way. So
I'm
you'll...
at Paul after. I'll probably come down Tuesday.
yeah, perfect. But other than that, are you happy with the use of your cassette? Yeah, perfect. Only last
Same.
thing...
Same. Oh. Just...
No, none of that. So when you empty
So
it,
when you empty...
just all through there.
Oh, so you can't put clean stuff in that one then?
No, well, you don't need to as such, because all you ever need to do is swill it out and empty it all through there.
Push a button.
I wouldn't ever really, that's just an air release. All this is, that's the operation that happens when you're inside of the toilet.
Yeah, but what I used to do is...
You can still
Oh,
go
you
like
can
that.
still-
Yeah, you can still
oh,
go like
right.
that if you need to. But...
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, drain off for your flush tank. So easy now. Lovely rubber hose in the top there.
That's it. Yeah. Lovely.
Okay. Now, I know you don't tour, but if you do start touring, if you fill this tank up and hardly used it, I would drain the tank before you get on the road, because there is a slight chance it may get sloshing when you're going down the road and it can spill out inside the van. So what I tend to carry, excuse me, one of them big square squash bottles. I just drain the pink liquid off, chuck it in my gas locker. Next time I go away, all I need to do is tip it back in there. Saves wasting it. But then obviously winter time, definitely drain the tank down through the pipe, close that back up, and then simply flush the toilet just to get the last residual fluid out of the system. Okay, happy?
And what's that for there?
That is for normally when these toilets are in a motorhome and they have like a carbon filter built in underneath it, so it
right.
stops the smell. But in the caravan there's enough ventilation that you don't need to worry about it. All it is, sometimes in a motorhome they can be all the way up here, so it just adds a bit of extra...
And those wires are for the flush, are they?
yeah, for the flush, that's where the
Yeah.
battery is inside. Okay, and then all it is, nicely slides back in, and it's the bottom of the handle that locks it in place there for you.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, happy?
Yep.
Perfect. So, round the back. I take it number plates on the back of your other van.
No, took it off.
Oh, did you? Oh, perfect. Well, if you grab that out at the end of the demonstration, I'll get that fitted on for you, so it'll be ready to go. Thank you. So, on the back, all the new vans come with the standard templates for a bike rack. So if you wanted to add a bike rack, it's a lot cheaper to get one put on here than it is to get these and a bike rack added. So it's a bit of a token gesture off Swift there, in case you ever did
That's
one.
very kind of them.
They are very nice,
Yeah.
aren't they? So, back legs, perfect. They've got the lovely guides on. So, no more bending down and looking for the nut. You can literally stand up, just put your leg winder in, either with your drill or your thing, and wind it down. Now, the good best special safety feature with these, there's a hole on the end of the pipe there if you look. So what you can do is buy some long padlocks. When your legs are down, you can actually lock the legs in place. So what it means is someone has to physically cut them locks off before they can get to your legs. So it's an added security deterrent.
Yeah.
Right.
There, moving round the side. Underbed locker.
This is where I'm going to put the sweeper.
With a jack as well in there for you.
That's where the sweeper will go.
So, underneath here, fantastic storage. Just watch what you're putting in here for travelling. But you'll know from being experienced, if you overload this, she will be tail end happy when you go.
Yeah, we strip it right down when we're towing it.
Oh,
so
perfect.
there's...
Minimal.
Close on the wages.
Yeah, oh, perfect. All it is, when you get to site, you can obviously cram that full with whatever you want, but just you're experiencing, you know, not to overload
It's
it.
just my sweeper, that's the only thing
Yeah.
where I was going to put it.
Yeah, perfect. So,
And the thing that's been really bothering me is where the table is, because I couldn't find it.
didn't you look under the bed?
No!
I'll show you. So, door magnetised, fantastic. No more silly little catches or anything to break off. Literally just sits back, magnetises, and then just give her a gentle tug and off she
I'll
comes.
miss the stable door.
I will.
No, sorry.
Trapping the dog.
They've lost them now. They're just not a thing. None of the ranges do them at all. Not even any other manufacturers. So,
Shame.
wheels and tyres, while we're here, Swift make it really easy and put all the details here for us. So it's 64 psi per tyre, but it's 130 newton metres for your wheel nuts. All that is, that's the torque setting, that's how tight your wheel nuts are.
I think it more be the service department that reads them, don't they? So.
Yeah, the main thing is, in the PDI they've talked your wheel nuts. I will do them again for you today, but from today onwards it's down to yourselves. So please, before you set off on a journey, if it's been sat somewhere for a long time, it takes 10 seconds to do, either with your tyre iron in the front there or a torque wrench if you've got it. All it is make sure your wheel nuts are nice and tight before you get on the road. Okay, so then we've got external 240. So
Right.
mains power externally.
Yeah.
This is the best bit I love. Your entertainment pod.
Ooh!
So what it means is, when you're really in the doghouse, she'll make you watch the telly outside in the awning.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then next door, your other front locker. Main thing I want to show you in here is your lovely alarm box. So the box
Right.
here is for your alarm system. Silver and black box there.
I can't get down that way.
That's right, no worries. So for your alarm system there, it's got its own battery supply in there. So even if I disconnect your leisure battery, your solar panel, it's still got 3 months worth of power in there. So you know if you're leaving it anywhere, you have got a minimum of 3 months.
Yeah.
But obviously don't forget with your leisure battery and the solar panel, it's sort of a continual cycle. So you know if...
solar panel charges it.
Yes, it charges your leisure battery as well as this system up here, so it keeps it topped up. For your alarm, it's got a tilt sensor, so if anyone picks your van up in the air, it'll trigger the alarm. Also a motion sensor internally.
Win will love that when he fetches it out the barn for us.
But the other thing is, it also activates and deactivates your tracker. So when your alarm's on, your tracker's set. Obviously, alarm off, your tracker's deset. But just be careful, if you are leaving it there, I would leave them an alarm fob, because if he moves it and triggers the alarm, you will get a phone call off tracker to say, is someone stealing your van? No. Well, hopefully you can say, no, it's not, it's the guy on site. But I think they give you like 3 strike sort of thing. Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah. So just be careful on that. But look into the tracker service. If it's a big hoik off your insurance.
Is it automatically done or
No, it's £95 a year subscription.
Yeah.
But
is
obviously
that something like that, Chris?
Well, no, with the tracker, what it is, it's a monitored service. So once you've set your alarm, if your van moves in that, it triggers an alarm off at Tracker HQ, who then ring you up. Are you moving your van? No, it's not me. Buff, they're straight onto the police. So it is a fantastic service, but I'd have a look what your discount is on your insurance.
They did ask me if there was a tracker and I didn't know. So I've got to get the 7-digit serial number.
Yeah, they're the numbers here.
I've got to give them that.
Yeah. But it's up to you if you use the tracker. Personally, if I'd spent all this money on a van, for £95, I would definitely be using the service. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Lovely. And then last but not least, external gas barbecue point.
Barbecue.
Okay.
He won't have one.
No?
No. He prefers the fag ash stuff. Oh,
You've got it,
no.
haven't you?
Oh,
Right,
no.
before we jump in, I will show you such a complicated set of keys. You ready?
Yeah.
Her set, his set. One key fits all. Okay, so same as your other one. One key does everything. So this key does all the doors, all the lockers, same as that.
Yeah, same as ours.
Yeah, perfect. Then, alarm fobs. So, top ones are torches. Second one down sets and desets your alarm. So, one beep on and your lights go, and also your all-in light switches on.
Right.
Again, when you switch it off, 2 beeps and the lights again. Okay, same on the other one. One beep on and 2 beeps off. Okay, and then third one down does your all-in light. Okay, so if you go out at night, you can turn your light off from here, and then when you get back to it and it's dark, you can turn your light back on.
Okay.
Okay, but not only, you've got this switch, that switch, and a switch on your control panel. But it doesn't matter what order you do it in, you can turn them on and off from any of them, if you get what I mean. So if you've come out and you've switched it on there, you can turn it off on here, or if you've got back in and you've turned it on externally, you can turn it off on either or.
The only problem I see, it's at Oliver's height. The switch. Grandson is into switches.
Leaving in the old
Yeah,
time on the bike rack.
that's it.
Remember, you're on camera.
All right.
I won't report you.
He's just learned how to switch us off on video call now.
Now, one thing I only found out the other day, your dustpan. Dustpan and brush.
Oh my life.
Do you know, even I didn't know that. Someone showed me the other day. They said, where's my dustpan? I said, what dustpan? So there you go. Your dustpan
There's
and
me
brush
worrying
in
about the table.
Right, well, if you want to jump in, then we'll make a start the insides for you. Go on, after you, sir.
Good grief, there's enough lights on it there.
Right, now, the only one I want to get under is the one behind you. So if you want to sit on that one there, you're more than welcome. Just put my overshoes on because I'm in and out of workshop, so God knows what's on the bottom of these. So, first thing I'll show you. So, in the very top corner, there is your Aldi heating system. So that's got your central heating as well as a 10 litre hot water boiler. There's nothing to switch on and off. I'm just showing you where your unit is. Moving on down, we've then got your onboard water pump and then your lovely yellow drainage tap. Yeah, so to drain your boiler down, lift it up, drain the contents of the boiler, leave your taps open in the central position. It'll simply drain all the fluids out directly underneath there for you. Okay, happy with all that?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, moving on down, your powerhouse, your consumer unit. So, the end one, system shutdown. Now, if you were storing the van inside or with the cover on, I would switch that off. But if you're storing it outside, I would leave it on.
Panning too fast, okay.
Okay, all that one does, it isolates your 12 volt system.
Right.
So if you're storing it inside, I probably would turn it off, because then it stops any drain.
Alright, I don't know what's happened here. We've got
Probably zoomed in on here, I'd have thought. There we go.
Here you go.
Perfect. So, black one on the end. If he stores it inside a barn, I think you were saying.
Still in the barn,
Yeah, I would switch that off in the winter time, because then it just stops any drain off your 12 volt system.
Alarm.
No, just shuts off the 12 volt thing, so you've still got the 3 months in that battery source
Just
there.
3 months.
Yeah. So it depends how long you're leaving it there for.
It's
Yeah,
in there
but-
for 5. Oh, yeah.
But it's in a secure bone, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's
Yeah, it's up to you. Like the tracker and the features and things like that are good if you're leaving it unattended somewhere.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
you're happy, the security that they've got there,
If it's
and
storage, and then once you bring it out of store, does it kick off again in the town? You don't have to reset it?
no, you just need to switch that back on. That's
Oh,
it.
that's-
That's it, and everything's back in order. Okay, so then reverse polarity. That's if you ever take your van abroad and plug it in. If that lights up, it's letting you know the power's reversed externally. Okay, it's not a switch. It just lights up to stop the power doing any damage inside the van.
Lovely.
Then you've got battery charger and heating and hot water. Now, we'll just leave them two on constantly, because they're only ever powered up when you're on the mains. And when you're on the mains, A, I want my battery charger going recharging up my batteries, and then B, I want my heating and hot water on mains.
so. Say you've put the kettle and the heating's on, and
Yeah.
the thing blows. Our switch used to drop down. So
There they are.
there
I've
they
got
are.
all the answers, and then your 12 volt ones at the end there.
Oh, so that's like the fuse box in the front of ours, isn't it? That
Yeah,
was
yeah, that's
before.
it. Yeah, similar thing. And then on the inside of the door here, 12 volt fuses, 240 breakers. So it labelled up, it lets you know which is which. But the good thing about these 12 volt fuses, if a fuse is blown, it lights up red next to it. So you don't even need to you don't even need to look at that. You just need to open it up. Oh, there's a red light. Pull the fuse out, replace your fuse, off you go. Simple as that. Okay, happy
Yeah.
with everything here?
Yeah, because I'm liable to blow the fuse, and I just wanted to know how to switch it back
That's
on.
where she is. That's where she is. Right. The next thing I will do, we'll come above the door and I'll do your control panels now.
Right.
So this is the most complicated.
This
bit.
is the one that we've got to
So-
listen to.
Heating panel, main control panel. So I'll do this one first. So power off, as you can see at the minute, is everything switched off. Only two items that are on now. One is your fridge, two is your heating. So when you're switching everything off, it's 1, 2, 3 items that you need to turn off. Other than that, power back on. Then your screen nicely lights up. The little L is letting us know we're running on the leisure battery. The lightning strike is letting us know we're on the mains. The time obviously is wrong, but once you put your battery on, I'll show you how you set the clock and everything. And then you'll only need to reset it if you ever disconnect all the power out of it.
Yep.
Then obviously the charging the leisure battery below. Now moving on to this side, top one, awning light. So it lights up blue, you know when it's on, as well as the switch here, if I get the right one. No. Okay, and then obviously the one on your keys as well. Then, next one down is your dimmable lights, which are the ones above your cupboards here, and the ones above your bed down there. But it always comes up dimmer level on the screen when you switch them on. To adjust that is the select arrow, the one in the middle there. So you can turn them up as high as 100. Or, obviously in your first night, when you're cracking open a bottle of bubbly in here, turn it down as low as 5 as well.
He's going to be on his own, so it won't make any difference.
Oh, you're cruel, you are. You can still have a bottle of bubbly now. So, other than that, third one down is all the rest of the lights inside the van. But all it does is send the power to the switches. So when I've done that, I've purposely gone round and turned everything on. But I've left some off just to show you. It just sends the power to the switches, so you decide what you want on or off. Okay, then the bottom one, water pump. Now, as you hear, your pump's not running now because I've already pressurised up your system. So the only time the pump will run is A, if you're asking for water, or B, if you've run out of water externally. Okay. Now, the main difference between your old van and this one, that water heater in there will not heat up until there's water present. So you can't burn the element out inside of it.
That's all right.
So not until you've pulled...
green light on the
Yeah,
other one, didn't I?
no, not until you've pulled water through it, then it will heat up. So you can switch it on as much as you want. You can ask it to do whatever. It will not do anything until there's water inside the tank.
So where you switch it on and off all the time,
You can just
But
leave it.
stay
Yeah,
on.
just leave it. Don't have to. So, are you happy with the basics?
Yeah.
On that side. Right, so I'll move on to the other. Now, you see it's blacked out. To wake it up, all you need to do is wave at it.
okay.
Okay. So, moving on to the arrows on this side. So, up and down scrolls you through. select lets you change what's on the screen. So, first one down, heater settings, press select, it opens up the menu. Now, all we can do on here is change it from manual control, which means we're in control of the heating here, to app. So this is where if you want to use your phone to control your heating, you need to tell the system you're going to use the app.
And that was the which button?
In the up and down arrows, and then select changes what's on the screen.
Okay.
So that's like the menu button.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave it on manual for now.
It's for me, it's good.
I know, sorry, your arms drop off when you're...
I've got a bad arm and it's like...
It's alright, I'll try and go as fast as I can. I'll leave it on manual for now because I want to show you this first. So press select, takes you back out that menu. So, let me show you another battery. So, dimmer level, heater settings, then system settings. Again, press select, it opens up the menu. So, first one's clock, so this is setting the hours, minutes, day, date, month, year. Then, key beep, whether or not you want it to beep every time you press a button. Backlight is how long this screen stays lit for, and LED time is the amount of time these little lights. So when you're not using it, the screen just blanks out for you, so it's not a light in the middle of the night. Then tank alarms. Now, with us disconnecting everything, you may find when you switch it back on, the tank alarms will automatically reset itself. So if you switch it on and it says your tank's low, ignore it because it's lying because you haven't got an onboard tank. All it is these systems are used in all of Swift's ranges. So they're used in the motorhome and some of the caravans that have got onboard tanks. So if it's bleeping at you, telling you the tank, it's lying, you just need to come here and turn your tank alarms back off. And all it is select in the middle, tank alarms on or off. Okay, then Bluetooth pair. So this is where I'll hook your phone up to it afterwards for you. And then Bluetooth delete if you ever want to change your device that you're using. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that limit us to one phone now?
No. It's on yours as well.
You can have multiple devices set up with it, but you can only use one at a time.
Yeah.
So what it means is you can't be lying in bed turning the heating up while you're sat in here turning it down. It's just one device at a time sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Bluetooth delete if you ever want to delete your devices and change over. Then exit settings. Then so next one, Sargent E620, that's just letting us know what control panel you've got. Leisure port, let me check on that because it should be charging my battery, but it probably means my terminals are loose outside because I only just stuck it on. No, she's on. So I'll double check that for you afterwards, but that's just showing me the charge in the leisure battery.
Yeah.
Then, next one down, vehicle battery, so if we were plugged into the car, it will show you the power in the car as well. Then, solar panel, so it's just letting me know it's putting 0.1 of an amp back in at the minute, but it will show you how much power the solar power is putting back into your system for you. Then battery select, so this is where you can change over from vehicle battery to leisure battery to vehicle battery, but in this modern day and age with your solar panel and everything, there should never be a need to run off the car. You can just do everything off your leisure battery. Then amp limit. Now you've talked about tripping things. If you're bad for it, what you can do is set a 16 amp limit inside the van. So what this means now, if you've got a kettle on and the hairdryer, and the system thinks, wow, you're asking for 16 amps, it'll shut your heating system off while you're using the extra power. When you finish the power, it'll resort back to its normal order. So it stops you from tripping your post outside.
Oh, right, okay.
Now, do you want me to leave that on?
Might as well.
Yeah?
16 amp on.
It's not a hairdryer, it's kettle, and we used to have like the heating on was the fire.
Then your water and everything.
No, it never used to be on all together, but if you had the fire on and you perhaps got the telly on and you went to put the kettle on, it would just blow it.
Yeah, well, it'll try and control it.
To...
It'll try and control it in here rather than tripping outside now for you. So that's a nice little device. Last one, internal temperature. Press select. It'll tell me the internal humidity, and it'll also tell me the external temperature as well. So it's like your own mini little weather station in here as well for you. And then next one down, we're back to the dimmer level there for you.
Okay. So that was that. Going back to the heating, you said inside and outside.
Yeah.
So basically, you just go to internal temperature,
press
put
select,
it on,
and it scrolls you through the other ones for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, but this is just a thermometer. Nothing to do with your heating. It's just telling you a temperature.
Oh right.
So it's just like looking on your good old thermometer with a little red liquid up.
That's not putting the heating on.
No, nothing. There's all your controls for your heating next door.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you're happy with that. My main thing with that is that side. So as long as you can get your lights and your water pump on, the rest of this you'll pick up with time. Okay? Don't worry, that's my compressor for the workshops. It's nothing to do with yours. Right, I'll do your Aldi heating next. So, Here's your heating and hot water controls.
Right.
What it's showing me at the minute, the black plug is letting us know we're running on mains.
Right.
So that's obviously the orange button in there. If you turn that orange button off, that black plug won't be there. So when you're plugged onto the mains, you want to see the black plug there. You know she's on mains now. And then it's just letting me know it's 21 degrees below us. Okay, then press menu, wakes up the screen. So simple. Top one is just the thermostat for your central heating. Same as it is in your house, just plus and minus it to whatever level you want. So I don't know, let's say 17.5 degrees. And then until this fan drops below 17.5 degrees, its heating system heats on, it heats up the hot water solution, and it literally pumps it all the way around.